Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the career 3D artist known as Max Hay. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at the nature of crystals. We're also going to explore the principles of abstract design. So let's jump right into it. So at first sight, remember this single crystalline subject set in the center here. Our first impression is one of awe to the immense and intense degrees of light that charm the composition before us. And so what you'll notice, of course, our subject is set in the center. Going to draw our eye further within the work at hand. It kind of acts as an anchor as it's arranged around various other prisms of different sizes and qualities there. Of course, all of which are defined through light on dark accents. This dark background allows that. And so we see our subject set in center right. This, of course, draws our eye within the work. It even acts as an anchor to various other prisms of different sizes and shapes all throughout the work at hand. Of course, all of which are defined through these light on dark accents. That dark background allows that to speak so clearly against that there. And colors within this composition really consist of blue. That's the only tone that we're really getting here right. The presence of such minimal color certainly elevates the visual impact of other things such as texture, form, placement, and intensity of light as well. And with this in mind, what do you think we're viewing here? We see the textures in the composition really do an amazing job of immersing us within the scene at hand. Of course, we have the rigid and the translucent, but we also have these mechanistic plates that are far within the composition at hand. This, of course, is incredible, and I want to ask y'all, what do y'all see when you view this piece, or what do you think we're looking at here? I think that's an incredibly important question. There's no doubt that our subject is crystalline in nature here. The nature of crystals always provide a charm to the composition, as of course, any light that passes through them is going to be catalyzed and intensified. So crystals always intensify light and give a sense of magic or charm to the composition at hand. And so the choice to convey our subject as a prism is quite a unique decision here. Of course, this crystalline form and the rigid nature of our subject provides a literal sense of harmony, right? If you were to shatter this and it were to break like glass or ice, it would be a breaking or a disruption of that harmony here. So the nature of our subject's intact form is an incredible example of literal harmony and literal balance and order. I think that's incredibly important here. Albert wants to give me a little menu item. No, thank you. So there's no doubt that light is a definitive detail of this display. It kind of emanates from within this crystal here. And I was talking about this mechanistic plating that's far within the work at hand. I think that's pretty important here. These almost look like alien machines that are just speaking their spirits clearly, although it's hard to say for sure. It almost feels like we've discovered, these magical artifacts of complete technological ascendancy. But like I said, it's hard to say exactly what we're looking at. With this in mind, what do y'all think we've discovered here? I think that's a pretty interesting question that kind of gets the mind racing. And so the work before us is likely to be cited in the realm of science fiction, of course, due to its rather surreal nature and, of course, the kind of technological nature of those mechanistic platings far within. Those almost look like computer chips, although, like I said, it's really hard to say for sure. And the work before us actually has a tutorial from the original artist, Max Hay. He shows us how to create multiple different ones of these scenes here. I'm going to bring these in and see what we can learn. All right, so I have these two works here, of course, both from Max Hay, just like the original piece here. And so the artist has a tutorial on how to create these in Blender. So got to mention that real quick. These are digital renders, of course, do an amazing job of immersing us within the realism of the digital render here. And it was created with the rendering program known as Blender. Of course, an incredibly high skill ceiling. I know everyone from amateurs to professionals such as Max Hay using Blender. And so, yeah, I want to bring these in to compare to the original work before us here. These are practically part of a series. In creating this, he was talking about taking some inspiration from some of Beeple's older works. Beeple, of course, started as a concert visual artist, and so we see these very simple geometric abstractions within the work before us. Across all three instances, you have the prisms, right? You also have the impact of this crystalline nature of light as well, of course, especially these ones on the left. Most of the forms are going to be translucent. We compare that to the work on the right. Only one form is translucent, but the impact of light is definitive in all three of these displays here. So I'm going to bring these in, just give some more insights on the original work that we studied today. Like I said, the original artist has a tutorial on how to create these. So if you want to try your hand at Blender to create your own renders, I would certainly suggest checking out Max Hay's incredible tutorials. All right, that's going to be it for today. I really hope y'all enjoyed. We talked about so many different things: the impact of crystals, of course, the nature of texture, the realism of the digital render, and even a tutorial on how to create the work before us here. Once again, I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all see when you view this piece? I see, of course, the translucent nature of the crystal, but we have these mechanistic, machine plating within that. So, really interesting question I want to ask y'all. Whatever y'all think, leave a comment down below and I'll surely check that out. So, like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. And if y'all did, go check out the original artist, Max Hay. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.